Hi everyone, welcome to the Outdoor Lovers channel. Today we are here in the Dubai desert again to bring you something very interesting. Today we are going to talk about storage, drawers, boxes.
As you said, we have different types of storage, drawer systems and boxes people use. So we are going to talk about a few different things that we are using right now, our friends using. So stay tuned, subscribe, hit that like button, share it with others, stay with us.
Alright guys, today we've got 4 cars here. One is mine, the Y61. The next one is the Toyota 80 series Land Cruiser, which belongs to Era. And we've got the newest addition to the Outdoor Lovers group, Ranga, also known as Khanda, and Jude,
Also known as Jude.
who's driving R50 Pathfinder. So we're going to compare all the storage solutions each of these cars have, and we'll start off with Jules Car, which is the Pathfinder, and let's see what he's got in store. Alright, so this is what Jude has got in store, and he's got a box set up here on wheels. Jude, can you explain to us what the basic idea here is?
Okay, my main intention was actually this is filled up with my office documents and office stuff. So I actually wanted to keep them organized in my car because I have to put my kids stuff inside this. So my main intention was to prepare a box where I can detach from the car easily, right? So this got wheels, so we can move it out. And right, so when you open it, you can see it's not finished yet. Some specially designed compartments where I can store my organizer entirely, and I have some leftover oil like for future use. And you can see some small compartments like where I can put my tapes and all. If I'm going to put them inside, I will never be able to find out unless I'm going to take everything out. The next thing is the disadvantage of this box is it's a bit heavy, so I need support to unload it. So I cannot do it alone. So that's the only advantage I find in this box.
Alright, so Jude's cargo box, what he has created, is cleverly created it in a way where he can store his baby stroller and everything else. You can see there's quite a lot of space around it and over it. So different people have different needs, even though we are talking about overlanding, camping. So this has a lot of space left for him to plan his other stuff, which are not going to be permanently stored in the car. So the box would carry all the permanent stuff which he will be using on a day-to-day basis. So we'll head to the next car and we'll let you know.
Next vehicle is Khanda's FJ Cruiser. FJ Cruiser is a space-wise challenging vehicle for overlanders and people who are going camping. So Khanda has got a very simple but a very practical system. So this is his basic setup. He has everything what he needs for camping in here. So we'll ask from Khanda to explain a bit about it.
Hello. So basically we use this as our weekend vehicle. We've had it for 5 years. So mostly we are using it as a day trip vehicle. So the space that we currently have is good enough. But still, if you are going for lengthy trips, then it can be a problem. It can be quite challenging. But so far, it's good enough for us to have all our camping equipment and any kind of recovery stuff and any basic tools and everything as well.
So you permanently keep this in your vehicle?
Yes, everything that you see right here, it never gets off the vehicle. It's always stored there.
So give you a small explanation what you have in here.
I have the tent, and then of course the privacy tent as well, and I have 2 chairs and a camping table. So this one has a couple of tools which belongs to the vehicle, as well as a med kit and all that stuff. And this one has again some camping related stuff, including a cutting board, knives, and that sort of stuff. Plus of course some extra shoes and so on.
So this is how we all started back in the days, with a couple of boxes filled with stuff, and it's very basic setup, but it's very useful. It's easy to handle, but only challenge is when you have too many things, it's hard to reach something, access something without moving something else. So we're gonna go to a little more advanced setup in our other 2 vehicles.
Alright, now we're with Casper, the Land Cruiser 80 series, who's the proud owner, Rangayasis. He's going to take it from here.
Yeah, so this storage system, actually what I've done is I have repeated what I have done earlier in the Pathfinder, what we had earlier. You can go and check out the video. We have a video on how we built that storage system in our channel, and also a complete rig walk around in our YouTube channel. So this has 2 drawers, which one I have dedicated for all the kitchen items, utensils, our stove, everything is in this drawer, and this drawer is dedicated for all the tools and recovery items. Additionally, what we have added this time is a 30-liter water tank. A simple solution again, 30 liters perfectly fitted, tucked inside the drawer system. So this is something new and creative.
Alright, here we go, Casper. Era, can you explain to us from the right, what do we see here?
This is the main switch panel, fitted with a 100 ampere breaker and a fuse box. All the auxiliary lightings will be connected here. You have 2 USB charging ports, a voltmeter and a cigarette lighter to light up your auxiliary light. We have the inverter, the second battery right behind this, and the compressor behind the drawers, along with the water pump.
Alright Era, let's talk about the drawers. What do you have inside?
So this drawer is completely dedicated for cooking related stuff. I have the stove, the kitchen utensils, chopping boards, everything inside this. And as I said earlier, to AC access, we have the tea and coffee related stuff and the stove to pull out first. This one is completed with all the tools and recovery gear, auxiliary lighting, first aid kit for the back, small nuts. That's what we have in this.
And now to talk about the water tank, the 30-liter water tank. You have turned the filling cap onto this side.
Yes, so it's easy to fill from any gas station here in the UAE, and I have done a small modification at the back and connected directly to the pump, and the water outlet is here alongside the compressor outlet. And this is the dual battery system that we have fitted. It's a T-Max, an Australian brand, a basic one, but so far it's been good. These are the 230 outlets connected to our 200 watt inverter. So Bazi, what do you have in here?
So this is a very simple setup, but I've used Pelican cases because they were lying in my house. Since I had the cases, I thought twice about if we're going to have a drawer system, or am I going to use the unutilized Pelican cases which I have at home. So what I have done here is I've created a wooden base and covered it up with the carpeting, so I can slide in my Pelican boxes. So it's just easy as that. There's no rollers, no drawers, no nothing. We'll explain to you what are in the boxes once we take them out. And on this end I have my electrics wired here. So what you see are the switch panels which controls the compressor, the inverter, the fridge, the water pump and the auxiliary charging. What you see is the switch panel, and that's a voltmeter to monitor the voltage from outside, a USB charger as well as a cigarette lighter port, and then everything is connected through the main breaker to the fuse board. And we also have the 230 volts plug here, the AC plug, and the connector for the ARB dual compressor which I'm running on this. And these jacks are connectors for auxiliary rights which you can purchase for cheap in this country, in UAE, and 2 more additional high ampere cigarette lighter ports and an XLR outlet for electricity as well. Moving on, everything is relayed and sent across to all the respective devices. And on this end we have the water outlet, which we are using a 9 liters per minute pump, and right behind this drawers, or rather the base, we have a 30 liter water can sitting.
Basil, let's talk about the fridge you have there and what is on the top.
Alright, if we start from the top, one is my flag here, my off-road flag which I've stored there. And what we have here is a Dometic CF26 26 liter fridge. Since we are doing shorter trips when it comes to overlanding in this part of the world and with the lockdown in, so 26 liters has always been sufficient so far for us to store the essentials what needs to be kept in a refrigerated environment. Alright, next to that is my table, which sits conveniently between the fridge and this particular piece of wood, and 2 umbrellas because we are entering the winter season here in UAE. And this is a storage compartment which I've created for my tent. The tent rests there.
So what do you have here, Basil?
So this is the other end of the box which I have created. So this is the 30 liter water tank, and filling starts here. You can see it. Yeah, so we have to fill it from the side of the car, unlike the Land Cruiser 80, and that's the water inlet. So we've created a hose to fill the water tank with different connections, if you can see, for threaded and taps. That's basically it, what the Y61 holds.
Basil, I didn't see any recovery gear in your car.
Oh yeah, get into recovery gear. So the 2 boxes here contains the kitchen, the Peli kitchen I call it, and the Peli camp, which has the camping equipment. Recovery gear, follow me. So I have 3 more Pelican cases lying at home. So I just put it up on the front runner slimline roof rack. So we open it up. It's easy access, you just climb up and you get what you need. All this stuff. There's 2 more boxes which has the electrical items which I'll be needing, and then the camping chairs up there. Alright, so this is what we explained as the Peli kitchen. So everything's in a box. So you've got a Coleman 2-burner Triton stove here, which sits right on top of everything. So the kitchen is compartmentalized as the kettle, the pans, the propane tank, and a set of condiments which we use. And this particular bag is a takeaway, carry away bag, which has the spoons and whatnot in it. Then a set of instant noodles for emergencies, more condiments, and then set up from this side are the plates and the cups and some zipper bags, which comes very handy. Then we've got the spices all in one bag. Moving on to the most essential, the coffee and tea. So everything is conveniently packed, easy to access, take whatever you need when you need it, and that's basically the Peli kitchen.